I just stopped you again. I just stopped you again. We've already talked about the strange fog that was rolling in. We've already talked about that. You're talking about mass psychosis or seeing through the veil. Tarot was talking about the ancestors riding in on the density of the fog. Water's dense. How do you bless holy water? Right? I've already had family members. She just said mist, misty fog. It's almost like a mass psychosis, but they can't see the beauty in it. She just said that. Right. I've already got a family member that said I drove through the mist the other night and it screamed at me. If you don't hear the whisper, you'll hear the shout. That's what it is. You're loved and protected more than you can possibly imagine. Confirmation. It's the thing. Clients, it's angelic Reiki protection, right? Get an angelic Reiki attunement. Then you get your imaginary friends. It's what it is. From star seeds to earth angels. It's what it is. No one's any different than the other. You have to work for it. You have to be pure. That's what it is. You have to live for divine protection and divine intervention. You have to match the frequency of divine. Well, I'm on Divine Street. That's what it is. And love, light, and truth set you free. That's what I'm saying. She's like, you're surrounded by angels, and I'm like, well, yeah. See, that's the thing is if my clients are like, yeah, he hears knocks on the wall, he's like, well, I heard it too. Cool. If all my clients hear knocks on the wall, then they're all nuts. They're all just nuts. That's what it is. You're talking about an ancient practice. That's what it is. An evil mind or an evil heart is a whole lot softer than my ceiling or my wall. And they don't even make it that. You've got to have a greater than or equal evilness coming towards something pure. It's divine white light. It erases their shit. It causes people to knock the applesauce off the shelf at Wally World, and you go in the coffee shop and they get pancake brains. That's what it is. They can't be in my energy, so then that's the thing. Am I supposed to stop going out in public because people can't keep the applesauce on the shelf or get pancake brains having coffee? Can't do anything about that. Can't do anything about that. That's what it is. Isn't that a lyric in a Jack White song? Isn't it? Well, yeah, hell yeah. He's talking about voodoo dolls too, wasn't he? The hardest button to button. Sure does. Fucking unreal. I got a brain that feels like pancake batter. We started in a big house. My mom was thinking we were checking it out. We had a baby boy, so we bought him a toy. Wasn't he? And it was 1980. Oh, we named him Baby. He had a toothache. He started crying. It sounded like an earthquake. It didn't last long, so we stopped it. We grabbed a rag doll and put some little pins in it. Now we're a family. Fucking, they're telling you what they're doing. Controlling each other with a voodoo doll. Oh, wow. Dark, sinister secrets coming out. That's what it is. No wonder that husband and wife band didn't make it too long. That's what it is. Anyway, that's the same as what Young Thug getting convicted by his rap song. Just told how he unalived him. That's what it is. Anyway, no, I mean you're talking about false prophets, false light, false people speaking falsehoods. That's in Julia Cannon's book Soul Speak. Right? She's talking about the ancestors going around breaking people's teeth out. Well, I don't know how the ancestors do that. My authentically jacked mine up, and a third of my body weight. That's what has them shocked. You look at my photos from one day to the next. It was odd. There was a drastic change. A third of my body weight and my teeth. That's what I'm saying. When you have two women tell you that your feet were smoking in a Hooters, So I said, yeah, I didn't smoke my teeth. I smoked my feet. What do? Absolutely, they're nuts. The knocks on the wall are nuts. All this spiritual shit's absolutely nuts. It's a poltergeist. It's a poltergeist. That's what it is. That's what it is. Coming into your Earth Angel power, what do you expect? I'm waking up to this shit just like everybody else. That's what it is. However, we can't all be crazy. All of them in mass all of them you're either going to wake up or you're not. Right? It's angels and demons. What do you expect? They're fighting for their demons. They have demons. Our light triggers their demons. What do these things mean? What do these things mean? Domino effect. Tower, tower, tower. That's what it is. It's what it is. It's what it is. However, yeah, you're talking about feminine instructors, women. You're specifically saying predatory women that are grooming children, and it being a story that's coming out. Okay, what does that tell you? That tells you that they're going to the dark side of spirituality, just like these male practitioners do, siphoning energy. That's what it is, and that shit all leads back to the human trafficking that is that's how you trigger me. Did they ever figure out who tried to sell the Earth Angel on the black market? Did they ever figure out why that Earth Angel won't forget that? We're just going to forgive them. It's what it is. It happened. It happened for me, not to me. Just like New Mexico not having any water when water represents emotion, it happened for them, not to them. That's what it is. I told the universe. I said, universe, coyotes only drink water. Prove me wrong. And it did. It proved me wrong. The coyotes just don't get water in New Mexico. They just don't. They just don't. Can't do anything about that. Can't do anything about that. I mean, prostitution is known as what? The oldest profession in the world? Yes. It also has why you have the Arkansas hot spring mineral gin bathhouses to get rid of the Jezebel spirit. That's what it is. Mineral water gets rid of the negativity, so they can get their hustle on. That's what it is. However, no, you're going to have some weird. It's what it is. They broke spiritual law. When you break the law of interference on humanity, Dolores Cannon said, I'll always go back to the horse's mouth. It doesn't matter what anybody that talks about any of this shit. Unless it was occult hidden knowledge. Unless it was occult and hidden. Not for mainstream. Dolores Cannon said, I am not a psychic. I am not a medium. I am not a channel. I am a reporter of lost and hidden knowledge. She quoted out a 22-year-old Cindy from Connecticut. Cindy Lou Who came out with the same kind of shit that Edgar and Charlie the ventriloquist would talk about. Told that story before. Anyway, creator consciousness. QHHT, you tap into the creator consciousness. You can get any question answered that's what it is. It's God consciousness, Christ consciousness, super consciousness, the higher self, whatever you want to call it. Doesn't care what you call it. She called it the subconscious mind because she didn't know what to call it. And she tells you that's wrong. That is not traditionally what your subconscious mind is called, but I didn't know what to call it. When someone tells you that, they're telling you the truth. She didn't know what to call it. Your subconscious mind is your reptilian brain, the primordial part of the brain, right? The reptilian, the mammalian, and the neocortex. Reptilian brain controls sex, fight, or flight. When you're influencing that part of the brain, the same way hypnotist is going to attack that part of the brain to put you in fear of what you're doing, to hinder you in your creativity. It's what it is. You're attacking the reptilian part of the brain the same way they use logos. Dolores just sent a thing about crop circles. Yes, the crop circles hit the subconscious part of the brain and activate you, just like my Reiki symbols do. The Reiki activation symbol. It's the same thing. It's nothing new. 2,500-year-old information that affects calligraphy, affects your brain. When you see the symbol, it tells the mind a meaning. It's words that aren't words. We're the only ones. We're not the only people on this planet in America. There are other people that have other ways of communicating that you don't know about. 11:11 on the clock. So it's what it is. However, that Julia Cannon's book Soul Speak, she talks about, people that have teeth problems. Are you having trouble speaking your truth? Well, I can absolutely agree with that shit. Being a paranormal INFJ, I didn't speak my truth half my life. And then had some weird shit. I couldn't believe 2 women that were trying to speak their truth. They couldn't even speak. They couldn't even pray. It's what it is. You can always ask that Catholic that was the English and Spanish translator at the Catholic Church. What language were you praying in? That's all you gotta ask her. Oh, shit. I go for shock value. Anyway. No, I mean, yeah, I'm already seeing results. You're saying it today, and it was said to me yesterday or the day before. Hell, I don't even know. So I drove through a patch of mist, and it screamed at me. They know I hear voices. I've told them. They have no problem coming to me, letting me know the weird shit that goes on. Well, they try to blame it on me. I know I took my medicine. No, man, it's what it is. I'm not going to tell them unless they ask. It's ask and receive. I'd much rather tell you. You got family hearing screams in the mist and shit. The ancestors are out collecting souls or waking people up, I guess. They have crossed spiritual law. They have broken universal law. Dolores Cannon said, they will not interfere unless you ask them. They cannot interfere with the evolution of humanity unless there is a risk of the planet being destroyed. People don't care about themselves or who they hurt. That is putting the planet at risk. That is breaking the law of interference. Cool. These people will be... It's the evolution of humanity. You're loved and protected more than you can possibly imagine. Plain and simple. The demons on this planet are us. When you get outside of the 4th dimension into the 5D and the higher frequencies, good and bad are lower vibrations. They do not exist up here. You're not allowed to ascend when you're a piece of shit. Confirmation. That's what it is. I am a lower vibration. I am a lower dense. I'm a dense demon. I'm a lower vibrational piece of shit. I don't even float. I'm a turd that sinks to the bottom. That's what it is. Ooh, I'm a lighter piece of shit. Look at that. I float to the top. Oh, look at this. I have sprouted angel wings and fly out of the toilet. That's what it is. What it is. You can only sit in sewage so long before you realize, man, this shit stinks. That's what it is. What is it? You have to look around. Maybe I ought to make some changes. It's just a fucking aliens and angels and demons and shit on the planet. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. They've always been here. You just didn't know about it. That's what it is. You can't have 2,500-year-old angelic Reiki and it be something new. It's just something new to the Americans. You've been free your whole life. And the best slaves in the world are the ones that think they are free. That's what it is. Your batteries for the Matrix, period. Your energy is harvested no matter what you do. When you break out of the Matrix, you're calling your energy back. No, you can't fall for their shit anymore. You see their illusion. And then when you tell them that, hell, you wake them up. Perfect story. Went on vacation last summer, and there was a speaker. Speaker came out with a bean sprout. Hell, I thought Jack and the Beanstalk. What is this guy going to talk about? 14 inches of fucking bean vine. He said, I can take, what do you say, 16, we'll just pick a number. He said, I took 16 of these foot-long beanstalks, gave them to a dozen friends, 14 friends, 16, whatever number to use. And he said within like 9 months' time, they all got together and weighed up what they had harvested, and it was like 100 pounds of beans a piece. Something insane. Between what they had grown amongst each other, they had like 100 pounds a piece or some shit. Something stupid. Anyway, his entire house is decked out like that. Beans, herbs, blah, 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 all kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff. Feeds him and his family and most of the neighborhood with what's in his yard. They all get together. They harvest that shit. That's what it is. It took him like a year to set it up. So, fucking HOA, county, some Poindexter comes. Hey, we have ordinances, or do you have farmers? He took him to the side and gave him a lesson, gave him the same speech that he came and gave us. Told him how well he takes care of his family, what he did for all of his friends, how this is it. And he had done his homework on how it's against your human rights, so you can't grow your own food. It's his property. He owned the property. How are you going to come and tell me what I can do on my property? If it was in a potted plant? So you're telling me what's a plant? It's plant. If I was eating poinsettias that weren't poisonous, that's what it is. You can have those all over the place at Christmas time. You can have roses all over the rose capitol. You can't eat those. But because it's edible, it's something like having a kitchen license or something stupid. The dumbest thing this guy could have possibly walked up on his property and tried to have a conversation with him about as a public speaker. He let him have it. He said the dude was in tears when he couldn't. It was Rico. He woke him right up out of the program. Right? He saw the error of his ways. He touched the dude's mind, body, and soul. Gave him knowledge, nourished his body, and had chicken soup for his soul. 1919 on the clock. Dude was wrecked. All he could think about was how much money he had lost. Feeding his kids, going to high grocery prices. That's what it was. He sold him. He sold him on how he had a better deal than he had a job to do. That's what it is. Right? I've had someone tell me one time, worst alcoholic you've ever met. told me you can't be doing cannabis because it's illegal. This isn't illegal. I said, yeah, it's never killed anyone. Doesn't matter. It's illegal. So it's okay. So it's legal. It's legal to unalive people. That's choice. So they got a choice to unalive themselves or others. Does cannabis give you a choice to get off the couch? You be the guy on the couch with free rent. You just can't get him up. We can't get him out of here. It's what it is. Right? Now, if you try to rob cannabis out of a dispensary in Las Vegas, they can shoot you. Legally. They can defend it with lethal force in the United States. Yet, one seed around here, it's just Texas. They're just a little, they're just cattle pillar people. We prefer to serve you up cattle heart disease. Yep. Red meat, beans, rice. It's what it is. I mean, you got to have a license for that. You got to have a license to feed family, catch fish. That's what it is. You can't noodle. You can't catch them fish barehanded. She said last night tried to catch Pisces barehanded. That's what it is. Lionfish have spikes. Pufferfish. Oh, shit. Anyway. Yeah, so, I mean, get your popcorn, Pisces. It's what it is. She just said mass exodus globally for Sagittarius. Okay. What the hell does that mean? That's what it is. It's what it is, right? And you got to think about it. What? Think about it. You have men in the spiritual community that groom is what it is. Because we're spiritual, we can do that. The polygamy thing, whatever. Okay, great. So what's the opposite of that? Evil, sick women. What's the difference? They're women. Men are stupid. Especially kids, teenagers. That's what she's just talking about. They have an addiction? Well, that's the perfect target. Jesus Christ. No wonder they're selling kids. That's what it is. Y'all have a beautiful Monday. Have a beautiful Monday. I'm going to go eat some lunch. I'm going to go do whatever I want to do while y'all focus on all the shit that doesn't happen in my reality. That's what it is. If that energy's in the cards, that means those people are in the cards. The divination abusers. That's how they get them. For me to send distance Reiki, you have to hit play, and I'm sending you Reiki. Great. The way an energy reader reads those cards, there's a collective. It's a general reading. So you have a collective of thousands of people in those cards, and the card just spirit. Just put it the same way I get knocks on the wall and the ceiling, the same way they knock those cards out of the deck. That's what it is. That's what it is. So, y'all have a beautiful day. Enjoy. And yes, I mean, expect people to be enraged. I already said that days ago. If you have the Schumann resonance of the earth rising, just like steam rises from the earth, you're going to have energy rising from the earth. If you have pockets of fossil fuel, I mean, come on, man, the math is mathing. I'm not saying the shit is true. I'm saying, hear me out. If I can get a synchronicity if I can get a synchronicity of a heart transplant from a little girl, guy unlives a little girl. The last words he said to her before they harvested the heart out of the victim and put it in a little girl getting a heart transplant, she started having nightmares, talking in her sleep. The words that she said from her nightmares are the words that convicted him. He said it. He admitted to the words. He did not know that this little girl with a heart transplant had said those words. He said those words so they knew he was the guy. Okay, cool. If you can do that with a heart, if information can be transplanted from a heart over, what are fossil fuels? Those are dinosaurs. So you've got the Schumann resonance of the earth raising, pushing that energy. Energy's energy. Whether it be energy in a heart, going from one little girl to another, or energy in fossil fuels, coming to the surface up through the feet of a human. That's what it is. That's what it is. Fucking, if I can sit here and say that, that's got to be what, when their eyes are turning black, they're demonically possessed. Well, yeah, the reptilian brain's being taken over by energy from the dinosaurs. We got reptilians on the planet. I bet we do. Now we got fuel for them. The souls are coming up out of the fossil fuels right into the body, the vehicle of a velociraptor. It's Jurassic Park for humans. That's what it is. So when I hear a story like that, well, how the hell are people losing their minds? How the hell is all of this weird shit going on? Why are their eyes turning black? Well, let's see. Fossil fuels are black. Crude oil, it's crude energy. Energy just... I've sat here and racked my brain. I've sat in the middle of my head thinking, okay, well, cool. That's what I came up with. If you've got a better idea, of what the hell's going on with these people, let me know. Let me know. Right? You're fueling demons. Cool. Demons come from hell. Well, that's underground. It's just kind of boiling up. Oh. The earth is going through changes and weird shit is happening. It's the best I can come up with. So what did you come up with? I would rather focus on angels and, okay, great. We've got higher vibrational, higher frequency dragons and angels and all kinds of shit. That's what it is. These girls that are talking about that shit that are of a higher vibration, they can't be wrong because I've seen it. I've been right there with you, girlie. It's just what it is. Right, you go to Samadhi 3 on YouTube. It'll show you etheric dragons. Cool. Learn to see energy in the air. Activate your astral sight and look into the astral realms or the planes of light. That's what it is. There's classes for this shit. And you're right. People aren't going to understand. They have no class. They have no education. They have no education in these things, and it takes practice. They have not practiced the abilities. They haven't taken the class to have an understanding of it. The two go together like peanut butter and jelly. If you don't have the peanut butter and jelly, chances are you're not eating the sandwich. We got bologna. Well, fucking, you're having a bologna sandwich. We're eating peanut butter and jelly. It's peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time. Well, all I got's bologna. Well, hell yeah, because you got no class for peanut butter and jelly. Could have a beautiful Monday. Namaste.